Okay, good day, stock market traders and stock market investors. This is Total Investor, YouTube investment channel. And what we do here on this particular channel is that we discuss technical analysis and what to look for in terms of looking for charts, specifically stock and commodity charts where we can make money, either on the upside or the downside. Okay. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that this is an educational channel and everything I say should not be construed as financial advice. Okay? Please watch this video all the way through from beginning to end. That way you can see all of the charts and chart patterns that I discuss. Okay? Before we go any further, also, please subscribe to this channel. Just hit the click on the subscribe button and you'll be subscribed. YouTube will automatically send you notices whenever a new video is posted. Okay, so let's start off with the very first stock that I found that I want to discuss, and that is Cameco CCJ. Obviously, you know this is a uranium stock, okay, and that has been doing very well as of late. All you had to do for this particular stock and many others is just use a 10 and 50 day moving average. Whenever the 10 day, in this case it's green, cross the 50 day, in this case blue, you would have purchased it. Okay, and of course when it crosses over the 10 crosses the 50 on the downside, then you would sell the stock. Very simple to do. In this case, you would have bought in at around $27, give or take, and you'd still be in at $37. A nice percentage gain over less than 6 months. Okay, now, having said that, what do we do now? Well, I drew a horizontal line here, $35, where it met resistance here, met resistance again, and then it became, well, after it broke through, pulled back a little bit, and it became support. Now, I've said this many times, where resistance line become support and support lines become resistance. Okay, this was initially resistance, became support after it broke through, and if you only purchased this thing after the breakout, you would have had a very nice short-term gain. Okay, now it did pull back again. Guess where it stopped? At the previous resistance, which is now support, $35. Okay, isn't that interesting how these things work like that? That's why we follow and use technical analysis. Okay, it works for those who know how to use it. Okay, so what do we have now? Well, basically this is a pullback, a decent sized pullback, bounced off. So this is of interest to swing traders. Okay, they find a nice bullish move and a pullback, and then they get in on the pullback for the next advance. This is what this is looking like. Okay, so we had the nice green day 2 days ago. The stock, even like the RSI's, pulled back below 50, but we're at 48. So it looks like as it stands, that this is just a pullback, and it looks like it wants to make another move higher. How high it goes, that remains to be seen. But for now, it looks like a good buying opportunity here for those who are interested in swing trades. Cameco CCJ. Next, I've got Chewy, CHWY. This is a 6-month chart pattern. Of interest to me is only here in the past couple of months. From this top back in mid-July all the way down, all you had to do was just draw a trend line all the way down. It was right beside it all the way down until late September, where it finally hit a bottom, came across, and look what happened on Friday. It broke that trend line. Okay, so that's one positive indicator that is showing us that maybe the downside is done, at least for now. Okay, second, we can look at the 10-day moving average, which is the stock is now above that. Obviously, we're still way below the 50-day, indicating that the intermediate term is still downward. That takes time to change. Also, looking at the RSI, it broke its downtrend line a couple of days ago. So that's another positive indicator. And also just the pattern of the stock. So what we have here, it's not quite a buy just yet. It's just saying that if you've shorted it, you should maybe look to getting out, taking some profits. And for now, just putting this on your watch list because we need, there's a lot of damage that's been done to this particular chart. So we're just going to be patient and putting this on the watch list. Maybe it'll be a buy in a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, depending on, how long, whatever it takes. Okay, so Chewy, CHWY. Dynatrace, DT. Okay, the stock looks like it has formed a double bottom. Okay, from the mid-August, jumped a little bit, came back to approximately the same lows as before. So this is a strong, I think this is a 45.50 price level. Again, it doesn't have to be to the exact penny, just the general area. It has broken the 10-day moving average. It's above the 50-day moving average, and a nice big green candle day on Friday. Plus, we also have an upward movement in the RSI. Okay, higher lows. So you can, it's almost a bullish divergence. Not quite, because this bottom, it didn't make a new bottom, but very encouraging. The RSI is above 50, so everything looks good for Dynatrace. Okay. Next is Glacier Bancorp, GBCI. This I drew a strong, a horizontal line at 2680. This is a very important level of support. Touched it several times, and even here. So this is, it could be used if you're getting in. It could be used as your stop loss, or maybe just below that. It did, looking at late July high coming down. I've got a downtrend line. It's touched this several times. Finally, on Thursday, it broke. And we got confirmation on Friday, another green candle day. So that's 2 positive days. The stock is above the 50-day moving average. Sorry, the 10-day moving average. It's just inches away from the 50-day moving average. The RSI broke its downtrend line. The RSI is above 50. That's good. So everything looks good for Glacier Bancorp. And again, this is where you place your stop if you're getting in, just for a, just in case things don't work out and the market tanks. Okay. Next, Getty Images Holdings, GETY. Of interest to me is really only the last month and a half, 2 months, give or take. After it made a bottom at around 365, had a nice rally, pretty much a double, and then it pulled back. So what these lines are this advance here, from the bottom to the top, and I'm looking at the pullback. Okay, this is a Fibonacci retracement. It pulled back just a little bit over 50%. Okay, which is a good place where you want to look at getting in. It has to, the next step, when you want it to be above the 50-day, which it is. I did not draw another downtrend line here, simply because there's just too complicated. A lot of trend lines. I'd like to keep my charts very simple. So what you would do is from here all the way down, across, and when the stock breaks that downtrend line, that would be your buy signal. Another thing that gives us the indicator that it does want to move higher is that it broke the RSI downtrend, and we are above the 50 level, 51. Okay, so everything is looking good for Getty Images. Again, personally, I would wait for that downtrend line to be broken. Okay, which will probably be maybe just over $6. Okay, keep that in mind. Next, Gildan Activewear, GIL. Another double bottom that we have here at around $27. Made that in early June. Nice jump to 33, then came down. Downtrend line coming down here. Touched this several times. It touched the downtrend line on Friday, the high. However, it closed out just off of that, so we didn't quite break through it. or certainly wouldn't close above it. That might happen any day. We're above the 10-day, still quite a ways from the 50-day. And the RSI broke the downtrend line. We are just a hair below the 50 trigger line. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, this thing is good here that it bounced off the support at 27. So we shouldn't have too much downside. And we have just a little bit of upside to go, breaking the downtrend line and the RSI for this thing to be a buy. So for now, watch this. Put this on your watch list. GIL. Next, Nikola, NKLA, very well-known and watched stock. Big pullback from percentage-wise, found a bottom, and now we're just like trying to find a pattern, a new pattern. I think that this has a chance to move higher. However, just given that with interest rates, it's really screwing up the market, especially for a stock in this particular industry, okay, which are the product is very interest rate sensitive, you can say. Okay, so for now, this is like neutral. I want to see this above the 10 and the 50-day moving average and hopefully sloping upwards. That should bring the RSI above 50. And hopefully from there, we'll also see a bigger push with volume, sending the stock higher, but not as it is right now. Okay, so this is just watching it. NKLA. ServiceNow, NOW, stock symbol, straight across the 527. That's $527. We broke through resistance, then it became support all the way through, bounced off, and we're basically in a channel. We've been in this channel for several months. Okay, it's a great level here to get in because you have limited downside or limited on the downside before you get out. Okay, had a nice green candle day. It's above the 10 inches away from the 50-day and just a hair below the 50-day, the 50 level trigger line. Okay, not a buy just yet though. ServiceNow. And finally, Taysha Gene Therapeutics, TSHA, found a support and resistance level at 237, give or take. Initially was resistance. Finally, it popped, had a nice move, and came down to the same level that was trying to break through. Interesting, we had a small gap and it covered it over a 2-day period. Again, interesting how these things happen. Okay, if you know the gaps usually tend to be filled, you would know that that would be a level to watch for. Plus, the stock on Thursday, look at the low right on the 50-day moving average. Interesting. Also, looking up here, we've got the downtrend line, touched it a couple of times. It has not broken through as of yet. RSI downtrend line has not broken that as of yet. However, given a few more days, after it breaks the downtrend line, it'll be above the 10-day and the 50-day, and the 50-day RSI will be broken as well. Then it should be a good buy, but not before then. So this goes on the watch list, TSHA. Okay, and that is it for now. Again, please subscribe to this channel. A big thumbs up and comment if you can, or if you want to tell me something, let me know. Also, if you want to do me a big favor, if you're on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, whatever it is, spread the word on this particular channel and make it go big. Okay, having said that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.